Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to Madam Zarifah and fellow friends. My name is Muhammad Nazim Shahmi bin Said Jaafar.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Amir Shan bin Jasmine.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Adam Firdaus.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is Wan Ahmad Kashfi bin Wan Ibrahim.
And I will present about the background of the case study. Our case study is Texas Instruments Malaysia, a semiconductor and electronic component factory which located at Bandar Hulu Kelang, daerah Gombak, Selangor Darul Ihsan, Malaysia. Texas Instruments Incorporated provides innovative semiconductor technologies that are the backbone of the world's most advanced electronic. Texas Instruments analog, embedded processing and wireless technologies permeate every facet of life, from digital communication and entertainment to medical service, automotive system, and a myriad of applications. It was established in 1972. Texas Instruments Malaysia is a subsidiary of Texas Instruments Incorporated US and one of the pioneers in the Malaysian electronics industry. Texas Instruments Malaysia is specifically located at Jalan Enggang, Taman Keramat 54200 Kuala Lumpur, Federal Territory of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. It only took 15.1 kilometers from Federal Territory of Kuala Lumpur. It takes 90 minutes to arrive via E9 and Jalan Lingkaran Tengah 2/Route 28. So I will continue for the surroundings. Texas Instruments Malaysia are sustainable in habitation in residential industrial neighborhood. Since its industrial area, there are several of industrial buildings at the surroundings area such as Logos Ampang Distribution Center, LCH Malaysia Sdn Bhd, GlaxoSmithKline Consumer Healthcare Sdn Bhd. Meanwhile, for residential area, Texas Instruments Malaysia are surrounded with residential area at AU1 and AU2 Taman Keramat. I will continue with the SWOT analysis. For the strength of SWOT analysis, it has two strengths. The first one is the innovative product. Texas Instruments is known for its semiconductor products such as an industrial, automotive, personal electronics, communication equipment, and enterprise system. The innovative products that they make have gotten smaller, more functional, more dependable, and cheaper as technology has progressed. For example, home automation that cost a lot of years ago has become cheaper now. Hence, it is proven that Texas Instruments record of developing new products, and at the same time, they get satisfaction from the customers. Second of the strength is highly skilled workers. Texas Instruments put a lot of effort into employees training while creating a product whose success and usage are determined by the end user. As a result, employees are not only well trained but also driven to accomplish more. 85% of 30,000 employees were trained for sales, research and development or manufacturing. We also engage digital marketing associates to monitor and actively promote sales through social media platforms. Thus, Texas Instruments hire people with a diverse range of experience and backgrounds to make the organization stronger, more inventive, and more inclusive. Thank you, and we continue to the next presenter.
So I will state weakness contributed during working process in Texas Instruments as been mentioned. Firstly, it is upon high workload, referring to the labor distress causes from lack of employees compared to the task required. They are more prone to experience problems and be less productive as it day-by-day manufacturing product. Hence, it will influence psychologically pressure resulting to changes of company productivity, as they may lead into scenario when company encounters soaring number of turnover rate. As a consequences, Texas Instruments spend more on training and development from the turnover scenario. Second weakness is they found to be depending on third party. Roughly, Texas Instruments is facing problems involving third parties where third parties is their necessary access to product and services. In a worst case scenario that will occur is a data breach involving the supplier's information, technology systems leading to disclosure of private information, access about Texas Instruments, so the security of their confidential data can be intruded. Additionally, if Texas Instruments is unable to adopt new production technologies or install manufacturing equipment on schedule, it might have a negative impact on its operational performance. This is because the business depends on other companies to develop complex logic manufacturing process technology. So let's jump onto a next section, that is opportunity prosper in Texas Instruments. First is on their high technology involvement. Texas Instruments may use advanced in artificial intelligence to enhance recommendation engines, better estimate client demand, and cater to particular demographics. In addition, the corporation may use this development to boost productivity, save expenses, and enhance operations. The danger of entering and marketing in foreign markets have significantly diminished as a result of globalization, as well the growth of digital marketing and social media. Texas Instruments may use artificial intelligence as a result to more accurately predict consumer demand, respond to customer demand, and create stronger analytical overview with those following its opportunities. It have granted Texas Instruments succeeding towards second opportunity, which is growing global in semiconductor market. Texas Instruments also grow with other competitors such as Omron Malaysia Cerebral Heart, Triotech, but they have created boundaries or difference among the competitors, which they imply expanding into new industry, including as infrastructure, personnel, and educational technology. The aim of strategic alliances is to help universities build brand recognition with students, not simply with other businesses. The breakthrough is from continuous youth initiative investment, carving the result of promoting their name towards larger industry, raise brand recognition which serve both commercial and social purposes.
There are many threats of Texas Instruments has involved. First, let's talk about their competitive with their competitors. There has been an increase in competition within the industry, which has pushed their pricing to the lowest. Texas Instruments may lose market share if it responds to the price rises, but it may also lose money if it does not. So in addition here, we can see that a number of businesses have entered the market and are gaining market share by purchasing it from established businesses. So this presents a problem for Texas Instruments because these new competitors might take its client. Therefore, pricing and product development restrictions brought on by competition may result in lower profit margins. Now, we are looking to their second threat, which is changes in demand for the products. So in this case, customers of Texas Instruments come from a diverse range of market and industry. Company's operation could be negatively impacted if demand declines in one or more end market sector. So in addition, the continued growth of the semiconductor business occasionally causes sharp and sudden changes in the level product demand. Hence, hacks into consumer information technology system that obstruct customer actions are connected to the uncertainty around the stability of the financial markets. As you can see, the outcomes of operation may suffer as a result of a decline in client demand. Therefore, if it's flawed, the business may carry too much, little, or too outdated inventory. It will diminish profit margins and harm the business operational and financial outcomes. Now, we will be told that Texas Instruments also needed to focus on their two types of risk, which is systematic risk and unsystematic risk. First, let's look at the systematic risk, which is volatility or undiversifiable risk are some synonyms for systematic risk. It affects the entire market, not just particular stock or sector. This kind of danger is not only highly unpredictable but also challenging to avoid. For instance, Texas Instruments has over 30 sites spread throughout more than 30 nations. There are numerous taxation authorities that are in charge of taxes and audits for all of this. So a high tax rate could have a detrimental effect on the corporate outcome. Next, we will talk about unsystematic risk, which is a risk that built in to a business. So diversification in investing portfolio helps for this type of risk. There are two, which is financial risk and business risk, are example of unsystematic risk. For instance, the COVID-19 epidemic has an impact on Texas Instruments production processes globally. Therefore, there was a little chance of order being filled in 2020. But due to the manufacturing constraints, Texas Instruments may encounter difficulties in the future completing their client orders. But however, Texas Instruments did not falter in the face of these circumstances like the COVID-19 outbreak because they had a business plan in place. Even though the epidemic may have slowed down some business operation, the corporation was well prepared because they had already made investments to increase their global production footprint and stockpile supply. So another way is by investing in specific skills such as the ability to create products across many production facilities. So Instrument has increased its flexibility. Therefore, even though they are insufficient to completely eliminate interruptions, initiatives help them to lessen them. That's all for me. Thank you.
Now, for my part, I will explain about the application of risk management techniques at Texas Instruments. Manufacturing world-class semiconductors demands the use of both hazardous and non-hazardous such as gases and chemicals. Hence why Texas Instruments' product management system have become so rigorous. Number one is a risk elimination. Risk management is only about risk elimination that an organization faces, rather it is about controlling the risk to which is exposed while embarking on a project with specifically stated objectives. Other than that, fabrication, manufacture, major design, testing and sales units are equally contributing to TI's direct, which is greenhouse gas, GHG emissions. Next, number 2 is a risk mitigation. TI encounters acute physical risks which they manage by reviewing plans and countermeasures with higher ups on a regular basis and applying adaptive methods as needed. They rely on third parties in supplying them with cost-effective and efficient goods and services. Moreover, the main goal is to ensure that its procurement and supplier management processes are stringent enough to avoid increased costs, order fulfillment issues, shipment delays, and reputational damage. Then, number 3 is a risk transfer. Risk transfer is a risk management approach that involves transferring risk to a third party. There are 2 methods for transfer of risk, which are the contract indemnity clause and insurance policy. If the following conditions are met, TI will not be held liable for a non-conforming item. First is the non-conforming item was caused by an entity other than TI's neglect, misuse, or mistreatments such as installations. Number 2 is the non-conforming was caused by the article's design, instructions, and specifications or by an inadequate design stage. And last, buyer has paid late if applicable. Number 2 is an insurance policy. Although TI carries product liability insurance, the adequacy and stability of the coverage for all claims is not guaranteed. Furthermore, a claim may recall a product containing any TI item such as portable electronics or items used in automotive applications, resulting in recalls expenses. Either of these events could be a negative impacts on a TI's reputation, financial situation, or operational performance. Last but not least, number 4 is a risk retention. Texas Instruments' ability to recruit and retain qualified personnel in a competitive environment is a key factor in their long-term success. Qualified and experienced employees are in high demand in this industry, and there is fierce competition for their skills. Furthermore, widespread layoffs are limiting corporations' ability to profit from an economic recovery as the country recovers from the dreadful pandemic. Thank you for listening. I will pass to the next presenter.
Upon deriving these tasks as far from what we obtain, we convert to conclude these tasks that risk poses a danger to the development of the industrial sector since it can negatively impact factors like project costs, schedule, or technical performance. However, by employing stable risk management techniques, new possibilities with favorable effect may be presented through this case study. Texas Instruments Malaysia can learn about the numerous advantages of risk management, including increased likelihood of achieving goals, organization awareness of the need to identify and treat risk throughout the organization, improved threat identification, reliable decision-making, and planning foundation. The entire risk management process is designed to help you recover or move past any problems or dangers that may arise in the future. Consider any safety concerns, determine your degree of risk tolerance, assess and develop your risk management strategy. In the end, our goal is to effectively manage risk on the property we are managing. For example, to safeguard the infrastructure, having the appropriate systems and processes in place will guarantee effective and efficient risk management by protecting any sensitive corporate information. The next step is finding the proper individuals and teaching them well so they can do their jobs well in the future. Last but not least, establishing the game's rules up front and in plain sight by employing appropriate policies and efficient control. So that's all. from our group, and I am representing my group to thank Madam Zarifah for this opportunity. Assalamualaikum.